Hi guys, it's Sonelias and welcome back to Stellaris, Stellaris 2.0, which we're currently playing as the Oscox trying to form an Avian Empire. Oscox, an avian species who are currently in control of a decent chunk of the galaxy here, as you can see. We got a few little hiccups in there, but yeah, we'll work our way through those. That's not a big problem. Yeah, let's first off, of course, make sure we get, of course, all the bits of information from here. We got a planet here where we need to do a bit of, I think, scientific research on there. But yeah, let's carry on from where we left off. In terms of technology, we're progressing nicely. We're working our way towards, of course, the fleet command limit increase. Current limit was 23. We're trying to increase that to, yeah, in this instance, 43. Of course, nice purple technology that we had here. Defense platform hull points should, of course, be a nice upgrade for all of our defensive platforms. One of the key differentiators here in this version of the game compared to the previous version is defensive platforms are not necessarily placed at random in the system itself. Where am I now? Okay, that's one of the stars I wanted to take. I wanted to show you that basically now defensive platforms themselves are basically done entirely differently. So if we go to this station here, as you'll see here in defense, I can basically get these defensive platforms here, which are like extensions of the actual platform itself. If you see, you got them nicely arranged here, at least at equal distance from the station itself, which is kind of what I had hoped for. So that's perfect. And they seem to be mainly, whatever they got in terms of weapons. It looks like they got, in this instance,
construction complete.
Some kind of guns on there. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, they're lasers they actually got on there. Interesting. I might maybe want to change that slightly, but maybe place some more missiles on there and such.
Construction complete.
I can always do that in a minute. Let's actually maybe do that now. So defense platforms. Maybe it makes sense to put something else on there. And yeah, it looks like I can only have lasers or coil guns on there. So I unfortunately I can't place missiles on there, which is a bit of a pity. Unless I change what they look like. Missile station section, that would do it.
Survey complete.
So it's entirely different slots I need for that. So we set it to auto complete, perfect. Auto upgrade as well. Slashing talon. Mutilating talon. Gory talon. So kind of make it half laser, half missile. That will be a good mixed bag. I'm going to save that away. So when I'm actually on this station here next, as you can see, I can now got a choice of which one to position there. So we at this point basically got the slashy talon. Basically actually got their own individual numbering they get as well, which is interesting. So if we look at this one here, that should be number 1. Then here we got number 2, 3 and 4. I haven't placed number 5 over here. I'm actually going to be placing the next type, which will be the gory one, to be placed there, I guess. The gory one will just increase the number of missiles I'll be able to fire on the enemy, which will be a nice addition. Alright. Increasing the game speed a little bit. Where's this one? That one's there. That one's over there. Well, let's bring this back a little bit. And let's just build that research station there. This is a rather small fleet, but I've basically placed it in our ally system here, or our neighbor system, maybe I should say. I want to be able to provide them with some form of assistance. They've got a starbase there. Oops. Oops, which one have I got selected? Yeah, this one. I'm going to place it next to this base here, because yeah, them having that starbase here is nice and all, but they need to have some additional defenses around it, so hopefully my ships will be able to help out with that. This one is here and ready and basically waiting to expand our borders in this direction. I want to basically go in this direction here. So yeah, I'm basing that starbase there. Or outpost, I should maybe say. Maybe I should actually start building an extra construction ship. That might be a nice addition as well. Let's have a look at these stations here again. As you can see, I haven't got much here yet. Missile battery, is that what I put on this one? I believe so. Yeah, missile battery. So that's the same over here, I think. Then again, it might be a nice idea to maybe get shipyards here. Shipyard capacity increase. Or let's do the... Good question. Hangar bay. I think I'll go for the hangar bay here. In addition to, of course, the missiles. Okay. Takes up about 200 resources, so that's a good chunk. Good chunk again. Now, one of the key things you might have noticed previously is the fact that, of course, some of the benefits of our current leader is the fact that basically all those outposts and so forth are cheaper. So yeah, it doesn't cost me as much, which is always a nice addition to see. Repairs completed, so our fleet has been repaired. What can we try to deal with next? There's a void cloud there, there's another void cloud there. What do we got here? Another void cloud. Mining bits. Now we did encounter various different other units here as well. And more void cloud, abyssal host. Let's reduce the speed a little bit just to double check exactly what it is we have. Mining. Space MLB.
System survey complete.
I thought I had this system in my hands here.
Construction complete.
Looks like I don't. So let's see, where's this ship here? This one is here in the home base. Let's move that one down to this system here. Let's move it down.
Anomaly found.
We're going to research that part, of course. This one here. Yeah, we were able to repair, of course, everything in here.
Construction complete.
If we had to do any repairs at all. But I'm going to basically go here with that ship. The one we just got next door. I'm going to basically move it here. And I'm also going to be building an outpost
Construction
here.
complete.
At least that's my intention. Anyways, we can choose a new item of research here. Naval limit increase to another 20. That's a nice addition, but we also got an extra resource here we can find. Habitability increase is one of the consequences. Unlock star-based building, off-world trading company.
Complete.
Trade hub 2. Energy siphon. Frequency tuning is, of course, a nice one to have. Doctrine number 1, fleet support, naval capacity increase. That's a nice one. I'm going to go for that one for the moment. I want to be able to grow my navy, so yeah, that is very much a requirement to be able to do so. Okay, I'm going to enter this one into orbit here. But yeah, I want to basically get into this system here relatively quickly, so at least I kind of cut off my neighbors from actually getting into there themselves. Now, this fleet here, I might want to move down here. Let's actually move it down here. Oops. Is that wise? Alright, this fleet here, let's do that differently. Let's move through here. And then take it a slightly different route. I don't necessarily want to basically face the void cloud there straight away. So I'm trying to bypass that for the moment being. Intercepting the distress signal, the Thinking Eye sends a probe down to the volatile surface of Eurus number 2. It seems an unregistered freighter recently crashed into the planet. Whatever it was carrying has been reduced into ashen sludge. But some data from the navigation computer can be recovered, and survey data for that system has been reconstructed. Interesting.
System survey complete.
That's nice to see. It saves a bit of time, a bit of effort. That is on auto explore, that one, isn't it? It's moving on to a different system. I'm actually going to set it to the research project quickly. So at least I can get that done. Can get the benefits of that.
System survey complete.
Now I've been relying upon these void clouds, of course, of stopping the enemy. Or at least this party
complete.
up here. Okay, I've completed something, which is here. I've
Anomaly
completed
found.
my hangar bay. Let's research that as well. Right, this ship here is ready to do its thing. I'd love to be able to build that outpost, but I can't as of yet. Another one is ready here. Looks like I'm just going to have to be a little bit patient here. Okay. Those ships are ready and waiting. This one is ready and waiting as well. Now this one in the meantime can of course start building a mining facility there. Don't have to wait for the others all the time. So our fleet is en route. Let's increase the game speed again. Let's see what's happening in terms of research. Another 17 months on this one. Let's see, can we do any upgrades here? Nope, nothing as of yet. Nice, our scientist is gaining an extra level. That item is still counting down, but we do have a ship on the way there already. Someone used a mining laser from orbit approximately 5,000 years ago to carve a large body of writing into the surface of Aswanda No. 1. The massive script covers a large portion of the planet's upper hemisphere and appears to be a short story chronicling the difficult life of an alien mercenary. That's an interesting one. Nice to be able to see that we're exploring here. Quite a nice chunk of space down here as well. Our desert planet is there. Interesting. Let's contact these guys. We can of course commission a piece of art. I don't have enough. What do I do? Oh, it is a price. Fabulous. So what's the consequence of that? So we basically give them lots of energy. And they will then, we see again an art monument with the following planetary effects. +8 unity output. Wow, that's a quite nice booster. Migration attraction is also increased. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that indeed. Now, which planet do I want to place it on then? They'd like buildings to work, and interesting, yes. I'll basically build here a research facility. Anything else? Now, this is the larger of the two. Looks like I need to basically start investing in some ways of actually getting rid of all these blockers. So yeah, that'd be nice. I need different technology for that, as you can see. Planetary resurfacing. The larger of the two seems to be quite nicely populated already thus far. Let's maybe cancel that. Let's build that. Do you want to build that art monument there? Ideally, of course, I want to do it here, but I can't. I don't have the technology to clear it at the moment. Let's build the what we were planning there originally. So we have the ability to control 3 colonies or 3 systems. Planets that belong to sectors do not count towards this cap. Okay, so I could potentially create a sector somewhere. If I basically got more planets, I could potentially colonize, which seems to be the case here. So I might want to throw this one into a sector, which is fine. So if I look at my planet list, I can actually have a total of 2 sectors that I can create. Okay, so sector here would be useful. I don't think we actually have any planets here that we want to put in there other than this one. Or maybe I can put that one in there. We'll see. Anyways, I can start colonizing this world then. It's a relatively small one. So if I do want to colonize it, I can choose where I want to take the colonists from. Now, there's no distinction between any of them at the moment, except the fact that this one is more expensive to do. So yeah, it kind of makes sense to basically take them from, in this instance, my home world. They all got the same skills and traits as such.
Construction complete.
I'm going to put it down there in that corner. Right.
Anomaly found.
Let's research that. Perfect. Almost ready to basically build the next one here. I'm going to move them there already. A tundra world. Interesting. Now here, of course, is an arid world, which will be better to add to my collection of planets that I've colonized. Yeah, okay. It's an emergency transmission buoy floating in gentle orbit around Asmada number 3A. Its outer casing is heavily damaged, seemingly by glancing weapon fire or a powerful explosion. It might be an Oscox model for civilian ships, designed to be ejected as an emergency measure should the comm system fail, but the extent of the damage makes it impossible to know for certain. It is repeating a weak, distorted signal. Alright, let's clean up the transmission. Alright, let's track on the map and let's go there. Let's issue that research project first. Alright, I got different construction ships in different places here ready to do their things. And this one I'm going to move down here. Because yeah, I do want to basically be able to build that outpost quickly.
System survey complete.
Okay, surveys again completed. As long as they're basically on auto
Special
survey.
project complete.
The buoy is being verified as one of Oscox's make, and the signal is has been stabilized. Oscox authorities, identify yourself. Hello? This is the captain of the Luxion, an Oscox civilian transport. Former captain, the Luxion is gone. We were boarded by pirates and taken captive before they blew up the ship. Who captured you? I think they call themselves the Ransomers, the Ransomeers. At any rate, they're a vile bunch. And we'd all be dead already if they didn't or think that we could get something for us from the Oscox Star Coalition. I've overheard them discussing their demands. Okay. Oh, thank you, Director General. We're being held in some space station, but I have no idea where we are beyond that. I will increase the transmission burst now. I should let you triangulate the location of the prison from the emergency buoy. Okay, so is there now a new research project here? Interesting. It's not quite the same, is it? That's a different one. So where are they? Are they here? Is that where they are? It's difficult to say, isn't it? Investigate the giant skeleton. Okay, interesting.
Construction complete. Okay, interesting. Interesting indeed.
Anyways, we could potentially build another base there. I'm waiting for this one to become available. Just need to get that transport ship, or the construction ship, to actually make its way there. Our fleet is really relatively close as well. And then once it's there, we want to move it into there to get it even closer to these space amoebis.
Construction complete.
Because yeah,
System survey complete.
we want to make sure that we can block off that one as well. Surface construction completed here, and we can of course upgrade this to a physics lab.
Research complete.
We want to upgrade this to a physics lab as well, because we finally have physics labs that we can actually use. Cold fusion reactor, cool. What are we going to choose next? Now I think it might be useful for us to basically choose the hyperdrive, but I think we're first going to do the improved deflectors. Interesting. That is... Why is my fleet moving through there? Oh well. If I move away from them sufficiently, that should be okay, I think. Yeah. If I don't get too near to them, then they shouldn't really be suffering too much consequence of that. Again, I guess the fact that this is, of course, is a military fleet, that makes that seemingly possible. Alright, we can choose the next item here. Unlock Visitor Center, which of course should attract more
Anomaly
people.
found.
Let's pause that for a second. Unlock Diplomacy, form Federation. I think that might be a useful one. And we're basically going to do this research here. Perfect. Anyway, the research project here. Life signs being detected coming from inside the atmosphere of the gas giant. That's always a nice one to have. Let's see my fleet moving through here. As you can see, we could actually upgrade this fleet, but we're not doing so as of yet. We will do in the future. Not too far from now. We've discovered a thriving ecosystem in the upper atmosphere of the gas giant Taramda number 3. A mass of floating creatures having evolved bodies filled with lighter than air gas follow the wind currents and feed off the energy released by the gas giant's frequent lightning storms. These beings in turn support colonies of smaller animals that prey on atmospheric plankton and each other. Of course, that gives a boost in terms of research. Nice. Right, let's go back to our shipyard, and I need to, of course, build a few extra ships. Right, put those ships in the queue here. That one is already in place. That one is getting close to being where I need it to be. Right, that fleet is actually moving through nicely as well.
Construction complete. Construction complete.
Right, perfect. That nice bit of research for the defense platform's hull has been done good as well. That is a nice one for the destroyer hull. Rail gun upgrade would be nice as well. Alright, let's get that done.
Special project complete.
After analyzing the satellite recovered above Kadar number 2, our archaeologists found an ingrained, highly stylized picture of what appears to be a Ute cruiser and a much smaller Yabardini scout in close formation during the first contact event. This was given us some notion of what their starship looked like. Nice. Physics research gets a boost. Get a store of 150. Okay. Let's double check. Where is our ship that we basically sent here? It's still en route. It's taken its sweet time, isn't it? Is that another ship? Yeah, we got a ship that's closer. Okay. I'm going to build that outpost here
Construction
shortly.
complete.
Okay. I'm going to upgrade these ships here. Well, ships. One ship it is really. Okay. That one's is a nice one to be in terms of system. Ah, someone has cleared that already. That would be a nice addition as well for us to explore. Up here. I'm not going to do that one yet. I really want to get the outposts down here sorted first.
Construction complete.
Right, these guys here, how are we doing? Decent relationship with them at the moment. But yeah, they're a bit xenophobe, so that's not really good. We can't invite them to a federation, which is a bit of a pity. Let's actually have a look at the relationships with the others. These guys here are really, really happy to be, of course, with us. They're our subject. We elevated them into where we are at the moment. Let's renew our research deal here. Really? Is that such a big issue for you guys? Let's do an instant transfer here. Let's do... There we go. That should be a positive one. We got the energy to spare at the moment, so that's a good thing at least. Construction ship there, construction ship there. Maybe I want to send this one here already. Yes, they've agreed. Perfect. So we were able to renew our deal there, which is good. Perfect. Our expansion is slowed down here a little bit, but that's fine. I think at the moment I got enough resources here to be able to build an extra defensive platform. I can actually upgrade the current one, which is going to be a quick one. We're going to be able to build a gory talent class
upgraded.
One here.
Construction complete.
Perfect. These two will be merging into one. Nice. I got 2 destroyers here and I got 3 destroyers there. Okay. Let's upgrade these as well. Same here.
Ships upgraded. Ships upgraded.
They're relatively quickly done. It's mainly the power plants I would suspect that were the key bits that we basically upgraded there. Anyways, here, listening post is a nice one to have. Extends our sensor range. I got 200. Perfect. Always welcome. Nice. Right, we're going to build that mining outpost there to get at least the energy out of there. And we're also going to then afterwards go into orbit there to basically build ourselves a research location there. Right, we're also going to basically build here, of course, another outpost. This is a pulsar, and the pulsar actually has got a negative effect. It basically nullifies shields. So no shields in this system. An interaction by the Sacrosanct Centauri Assembly has destroyed the ransomware force. The Oshkosh detective made a successful escape attempt during the attack and are now safely on board a lifeboat well on its way to a rendezvous with the Oshkosh rescue ships. Okay. Nice, nice. That is these guys here. That is amazing. Thanks, guys. Where is that? Materialist fools. Okay. 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 For the moment, that means that these guys here did that extra bit there, which is mighty nice of them. Now, we have seen that that station here, of course, has been the one that basically we were working on. Hold on. That the station designer. No, it's defense platforms. We probably want to have one extra type that's purely based upon the fact that we
Salvage preserved.
perfect. Yeah, I want them to auto upgrade that. That's perfect. Yeah, armor is the best one. But for that particular system here, I probably need a slightly different version. I want to basically have one that's purely based upon, of course, the fact that we don't actually have everything we need.
Research complete.
Now we're going to survey this system here. Research completed, improved deflectors. Again, a nice upgrade that we can actually apply to our ships. Planetary FTL inhibitor, Starbase FTL
Construction
inhibitor.
complete.
Emergency FTL jump cooldown is increased. That's a nice one to get. But for the moment, I think we're going to go for the shields. Yeah, let's go for the shields. Again, some of our scientists are leveled up nicely. Anyways, looking at the clock, it's about time for us to call it a day. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed today's episode. Yeah, not too much action today, but hopefully there will be more of that coming in the future. In the meantime, thanks again for joining me. And of course, I'll see you in the next episode. Take care, folks. Bye-bye.